My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today my lecture is for class 9th from the book of political science. The name of the topic is electoral politics. The electoral system is actually a constitutional arrangement. When we call electoral politics or electoral system are actually constitutional arrangements. They are actually constitutional arrangements that change vote into political decision. The constitutional arrangements, you should remember, electoral system means electoral system is actually constitutional arrangements that changes voters into political decisions. Electoral system is having another name called a voting system. Electoral system's second name is voting system. It is actually a set of rules that determine how elections are conducted. Electoral system, electoral politics, electoral system or electoral politics is that system which determine how elections are conducted, and how their results are determined. First, we should look what is meant by the word election. यानी election क्या चीज होती है? Election is the process by which people choose their rulers. In a democratic system, when people cast their vote freely and choose their rulers, this system is called election. So, in nutshell, we can say election is the process by which people choose their rulers. But democratic elections are that kind of elections. In which there is no any kind of illegal control on the system of elections. यानी वो सिस्टम इलेक्शन का वो सिस्टम, हमारे नुमाइंदे चुनने का वो सिस्टम जिसमें किसी किस्म का इलीगल कंट्रोल इलेक्शन पर न हो. मसलन हम कहते हैं, how we can say these elections are democratic elections. First rule is there. The first feature of the democratic elections is elections must be free. There should be free elections. What is meant by free election? Free election means, from the point of view of candidates, free election means anyone is having the right, whosoever is eligible, having the right to be elected. यानी हम ये कह सकते हैं कि कोई भी आदमी जो एलिजिबल हो, जिसका कोई क्रिमिनल रिकॉर्ड ना हो, वो इलेक्शन लड़ सकता है. दूसरी चीज, किसी भी इंसान के लिए every man is free or woman, every man or woman is free, every adult is free, we can say, who is in the age of 18 in India is free to cast his vote. Second thing, in India there is single vote system. Any person belonging to any status is having only one single vote. Number second, when we call elections are free, elections must be periodic. There should be periodic elections. Periodic elections means elections should be held at regular intervals. For example, Lok Sabha elections are held every after 5 years. They must held every after 5 years. These are called periodic elections. Number third, elections can be, it is said that the body who is going to conduct the elections in India, as the system of elections is controlled by a body called Election Commission. The head of the Election Commission is called Election Commissioner. Election Commissioner is that person who is actually the person who is having all legal authority over elections. So, election commission or election commissioner should also be free. He should not have supporter. He should not be a supporter, illegal supporter we can say. He should not be a illegal supporter to any party. That type of elections are called democratic elections. In India, there is democracy. About India, it is said that it is having the largest democracy. When we call the largest democracy, it means India is having all the features that a modern democracy should have. The first feature, which is related to our topic, is that a country is democratic when there are regular and free elections. When there are regular and free elections. If a country is democratic but elections are not conducted freely and regularly, we can't say the country a pure democratic country. But India is having a good democratic system. There are periodic and free elections. So our topic here is, what is electoral politics? Electoral politics is that politics. Electoral politics is that politics in which people are choosing their rulers or their representatives freely. Number second, we should remember the definition of the electoral politics. Electoral politics means a set of rules that determine how elections are conducted and how their results are determined. It means there are different setups in elections. We should not elaborate them in detail, but I will give you some important information regarding this. There are different setups in elections. For example, first setup is their nomination, filling of the nomination papers, screening of the nomination papers. There is the day of voting is fixed. There is voting is there. There are results are there. So there are different setups involved in election. But here we are concerned with important point that are results. Anyone who gets majority of votes. Say for example, if in a constituency there are 4 candidates and among 4 candidates, for example, A candidate, he gets 60 votes among 100 votes. We call the first 60, the person who gets 60 votes, we call him the successful one because he gets majority of votes. So whosoever gets majority of votes should be represented. So you should remember these pointers, and in the second lecture I will give you detailed information about the electoral process, how elections are held in India, what are Lok Sabha elections, what are Rajya Sabha elections, how state elections are conducted. So work hard in your homes. Thanks.